What's up, everyone? Thanks for checking out Ozark Overland Adventures. We've done it. We have officially survived 2020 and now are in 2021. 2020 definitely had its share of challenges, and a pandemic is certainly something I would not wish on anyone. However, 2020 brought something that I am truly thankful for, and that is more time spent out in the woods, more time spent behind the wheel of my Jeep, more time spent out with amazing friends, and a lot of new ones. And with so many amazing adventures in 2020, I thought we'd take some time and look back and reflect on the year. And if you stick around to the end, we've got a special announcement for you. Thanks.
So just a quick interruption here. That intro was actually filmed on Monday, and it's currently Thursday. Since then, COVID has hit our house pretty hard, and I wasn't feeling so hot, and my wife is currently not feeling well at all. But I just wanted to explain why for the rest of this video it sounds like I've been smoking for 84 years. But I haven't. It's just the COVID. Anyway, hope you enjoy it. For me, the beginning of 2020 was the worst part. We had our first weekend trip planned in early January, and I got a stomach bug and couldn't go. However, Nathan was more than capable of leading the group on the route I planned, so he took off with some new people in the group that would become lifelong friends of all of us. This would be Nick, Ryan, John, Robert, and Matthew's first adventure with the Ozark Overland Adventure crew, and it certainly wouldn't be their last. Because of the weather, the trip would be known as the Cold Water Run and will probably be an annual event for us. I hate that I missed this trip. The first trip for me in 2020 was taking my two daughters hiking to a place called Buzzard Roost. I always enjoy time in the woods with my girls, and this was a special day. We had never been there before and really enjoyed exploring the unique geography of this area.
This place is cool. Wow, this is cool. Okay. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Up next in February was the very first Midwest Overland Off-Road Expo, or MORE, as it was called, in Springfield, Missouri that happened to fall over Valentine's weekend. Not the most romantic way to spend your first Valentine's Day with your new wife, but we had a blast. And I should add, I do have the most amazing wife. She shares the same passions as I do, and I'm so thankful for her. I was invited to teach a Gaia GPS class at the expo, and the class was packed. We are excited to be returning in 2021 for the second annual event and teaching more classes this time. I hope to see many of you there. March would finally be my first off-road trip in 2020 with my friends.
Heck yeah.
Because it would be raining most of the weekend, we set up a base camp and explored new trails in the area.
Looks homey.
This was my first time wheeling with Nick, Ryan, and Eric, and I can't tell you how much I love these guys. The rain didn't hinder us at all, and we had a blast.
Go. Stuck up on the hitch.
The next weekend, we would get the chance to try out our new 23-0 Walkabout 62 rooftop tent that we put on top of the trailer. It was a relaxing weekend with our friends Brandon and Haven on the banks of the Buffalo National River. There was no wheeling this weekend, just a very nice time camping, relaxing, and hanging out with good friends.
Oh, here it goes. Breakfast. Breakfast food. Bacon in it. Yeah.
One chicken breast. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The veggies. Red bell pepper poblano. Oh yeah.
March was a great month for us at the beginning of the COVID pandemic. We figured the best place to quarantine was in the woods, away from people, and for 3 weekends in a row, that's what we did. This would be our first weekend to test our new camping setup with all the kids, and it was fantastic. We had a blast on the Mulberry River and did some mild trails in the area I hadn't run before.
Look, it's a beautiful speckled king snake. Look at him. Oh, look at him. Look how gorgeous he is. All right, I'm super excited about this. Chris just brought these over to me, so this is now official. We have stickers. Heck yeah, 2020 bonfire run.
April would be our first large overland style trip that we call the Bonfire Run. This would be our third year to do this trip, and it's always a blast. It's called the Bonfire Run because the guys from Natural State Overland that do Rendezvous in the Ozarks do an event in the spring called the Rendezvous Bonfire. It's just a one-night event for people to hang out. However, because of COVID, the Rendezvous Bonfire was canceled in 2020. But we didn't need a bonfire event for us to make the trip we had planned, and we did it anyway. This would be 3 nights and 4 days in the Ozarks, and my first time two-wheel with Robert, John, Matthew, and also Grant from Arkansas Off-Road. I had no idea of the friendships that would develop out of this trip. This bonfire run would be one of the most challenging trips of the year, and one of the most expensive for some in the group who sustained body damage on this adventure. Water levels were high, mud holes were deep, and the trails were quite slippery this year. And we had an amazing trip.
All right, Nathan, we can come this way, and that's shallow. Nope. I'm proud I made it just fine. Can you back up? Passenger, would you listen to me? Oh. Oh yeah. This is how you end a trip. So good.
So Ryan, for the record, who was awake first? You're Matt. Yep.
We're always looking for new trails to explore, and sometimes we dedicate trips just for that purpose. One of these days I'll have all the trails in the Ozarks mapped, but I still have a ways to go. In May, we got our friends together once again and set up base camp on the west side of the Ozarks to relax, swim, and explore new trails. Sometimes they're just dirt roads, but sometimes you find some killer trails that you didn't expect. And this was one of those trails.
On a flat trail on the video.
But we're not.
No.
So we are on a new trail that obviously does not see much use.
Coming up on that.
Keep coming. Right there. Didn't even hit. All right. Come on.
For 4 years in a row, my wife and I have been going out to Colorado each summer. This would be our 4th trip, and it's always the highlight of the year. This year, we'd do it differently by inviting our friends to join us on a 10-day overlanding trip through southern and central Colorado. This would be a brand new experience for many in our group, and one we will always remember. It was an awesome adventure with amazing friends.
There you go. Very good. Perfect.
Coming up that trail,
Hold that right there. Good job. Very nice.
Earlier in the year, Nathan and I had the idea to create a multi-day overland route through the Ozarks and share it with the world, much like Lifestyle Overland did with the Enchanted Rockies Trail. The Ozarks are challenging to navigate, and we see lots of people asking about trails to run and places to camp. This allows others to experience some of the best parts of the Ozarks and feel confident that they can find their way around and find suitable campsites along the way. This idea became the 5-day Ozark Overland Adventure Trail, and over Labor Day weekend, several of us got together to run it and document it in order to share it with others. Only Robert and I were able to complete the entire route because of different schedules, but we had a blast. In just a few months, this route has become very popular and has really helped make the Ozarks accessible to more people.
Keep coming.
You got it.
You're good. Driver. There you go. There you go. Go. Up.
A few weeks after running the Ozark Overland Adventure Trail, my wife decided to make a rig change and traded in her 2015 Jeep Wrangler JKU Sahara for a 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee Trailhawk.
This is my wife's, new to her, 2018 Grand Cherokee WK2 Trailhawk. So the first thing we're gonna do is new tires, and that's coming very soon. Actually, about this soon. What do you think? New Falcon Wild Peak AT3s in a little bit bigger size.
So far, we have loved the added space and comfort of this new rig and look forward to testing its capabilities in 2021. Unfortunately, COVID has delayed several installs, but look for more of that in 2021 as well. Rendezvous in the Ozarks is always the highlight of October, and 2020 was no exception. We were thankful that this is one event that was not canceled by COVID. The 2020 Rendezvous was bigger than ever, and this year I taught 2 classes on Gaia GPS, as well as leading guided trail runs for the event each day. It's always great to catch up with old friends and make new ones at this event.
There we go.
All right, guys, my name's Todd. I want to welcome you guys to the Rendezvous Ozarks Trail portion.
So here we are, going on a night run.
Get it over. There you go.
So we ended up with 24 states represented after the continental U.S. here at the event. And that's the way you want it.
That's perfect for you. That couldn't have gone to the best person.
We're super excited. We're giving away the
Congrats.
rack for you guys.
One of our goals for the end of the year and for 2021 is to explore new areas. So in November, we set out with friends from Oklahoma and ran part of the Green Country Oklahoma Adventure Tour, or the GOAT as it's called. This would be our first trip out in our new Grand Cherokee, and we're very impressed by it. Though the trails weren't technical at all, we were stunned by the beauty of eastern Oklahoma, and we'll be going back in 2021 to run the rest of the GOAT.
baby.
It's done.
That looks amazing. All right, this is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
At the end of November, I was invited to join a group heading to Kentucky and Tennessee to spend some time at Land Between the Lakes. Land Between the Lakes is gorgeous with epic campsites on both sides along the lakes. New friends were made on this trip, and I look forward to wheeling with them again in the future. I highly recommend Land Between the Lakes and look forward to returning and experiencing different seasons there.
Turn passenger.
With the busyness of the holidays in full swing, we managed to carve out a day to go explore the Ozark some more and meet up with Ben, who is back from college. We found some new dirt roads, some nice trails, and a couple really nice campsites for future trips. Any day in the Ozarks is a great day. In early December, my wife and I set out for a weekend getaway back to Oklahoma to Beavers Bend State Park. Once again, we were stunned by the beauty of eastern Oklahoma and had a great time hiking this gorgeous state park and spending quality time together.
Look, Caden. Caden.
This is where Santa trout fishes, by the way.
Again with his phone or his GoPro. I'm not sure. Crap.
We ended the year with a trip to explore the Ouachita National Forest with our friends and celebrate Christmas together. This was a very special time for us. The Ouachitas aren't as technical as the Ozarks, but there are scenic views all over the place, and we look forward to exploring the Ouachitas more in 2021 in our Grand Cherokee.
It could have a charger in it. There you go. Now just roll it. Oh,
Oh,
What about it? You asked for pictures.
oh, that's awesome.
And you got the book already?
Y'all just let me know if anybody wants to stop for pictures, videos, drones.
Well, if you made it to the end of this video, I want to say a big thank you. As you can see, 2020 was pretty freaking awesome. And we loved the adventures that we had, the new friends that we made. And while 2021 has not started out the greatest with both me and my wife having COVID, we definitely have some things that we are looking forward to. As many of you know, this is a huge passion of ours and something we want to do full time as soon as our youngest kids have graduated high school in about 4.5 years. And with that in mind, we've been seeking the advice of others who are currently doing now what we want to be doing in 4.5 years. And the one thing that we've learned is that no matter how successful this YouTube channel gets, no matter how many subscribers we get, it becomes very difficult to have a dependable source of income based solely off YouTube. So based on the advice of others, We are doing something that, since you made it to the end of this video, we thought you would be the perfect audience for it. With this video, we're launching a Patreon account. I've had mixed feelings about it for a while, but that just seems to be the direction that we need to go. And since we've got 4.5 years, we've got time to see how it does and see how it grows and prepare. I've already been told by several people that they would love to support us. So with that in mind, that's what we're doing. We're launching this at the beginning of 2021, and we're going to see how it goes and see what we need to do to keep growing and keep improving this stuff and keep making this YouTube channel the best it can be. I get asked all the time about sharing route files and camping locations, and having a Patreon account will allow me to do that and make sure I'm sharing with people that I know support this channel, support what we're doing, and feel the same way we do about the places that we go. We've got 4.5 years to make this dream a reality, and we're very serious about it. As soon as we get over this COVID crap, we've got a lot of great things in store for 2021. We've got more places to explore in Arkansas, some multi-day epic adventures through the Ozarks. We're going to keep exploring the Ouachita National Forest. We've got to go to Oklahoma and finish the Goat Trail. We've got more trips out west to do. Definitely want to get out into more areas of Kentucky. I'm hoping we can plan that. Up to Missouri, to the Mark Twain National Forest, and that section of the Ozarks that we've never experienced before. But a lot of great things coming up in 2021. Thanks for supporting us, and thanks so much for taking the time to look back at 2020 with us. Bye.